The Mid-South is still healing, of course, after a week of literal terror. As we just mentioned, those 3 people died when police say that gunman took to the streets, just firing at people at random.
One of the victims was 24-year-old Dwayne Tunstall. Fox 13's Daniel Wilkerson joins us live from MPD tonight. Daniel, you actually had a chance to sit down and talk with his mother today.
Yes, and what we know is that Tunstall was the first of 6 victims that day. His mother tells me he leaves behind a daughter.
12:56 a.m. September 7th, the 3100 block of Lindale Avenue in Mitchell Heights. This is the scene that would start a day of terror.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
For Marvertise Gilmore, September 7th would change her life forever.
Well,
her son, 24-year-old Dwayne Tunstall, was the first victim shot and killed here on Lindale Avenue. Gilmore takes us back to the moment she got the news.
when my son called me, he was crying. He don't cry.
Police have not given details as to exactly what happened here on Lindale, but the day the incident happened, a family member told me Tunstall, or Sosa as he's known, somehow knew the shooter. Shortly before the suspect Facebook lived himself shooting a victim at an AutoZone, Tunstall's family says he can be heard referring to their loved one, Sosa.
Rest Pete Sosa, he got shot in the face. He got switched his You know I switched his You know Sosa got his tweet. Go check the news. Sosa was the first this morning. I just checked. I hit 2 in South Memphis. You hear me?
Perhaps never giving any regard to the child Gilmore says her son leaves behind.
He got one little girl. She 3. She'll be 4 next month, and he got a baby on the way.
Gilmore says her son was self-employed and enjoyed working construction. As for what she'll miss the most,
Him FaceTime me every day, talking about, so Mom, look what I just bought. Look what I'm finna do. Look, Mom, look, this, that. Well,
As we bring you back out live, as I said, police not saying much as to what led up to Tunstall's death. Of course, if you have any information in this case, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers at 901-528-CASH. Darcy.
That was Fox 13's Daniel Wilkerson reporting for us tonight.